Big Dry is the name of the creek that goes the length of our ranch, and it was named by Lewis and Clark on their expedition, May of 1805. Lewis in his journal said that he saw the most extraordinary river he had ever beheld. It was about as wide as the Missouri, a half-mile wide, without a drop of water in it. He thought that was unique. We know now after 200 and some years that was the normal. So he called it the Big Dry River, and so we just call it Big Dry Creek. This country here was big cattle country up until the 1880s, and then storms killed them off. And after that, sheep came in and needing herders, and Scotland was a great source of herders and one of the jobs that young men in Scotland could have. So in 1909, our grandfather, Jack McCrae, came here from Scotland to Miles City. He went to work as a herder, and his younger brother came also, and they herded sheep north of Miles City.
Dad got married to my mother in the mid-40s, and from that point on, started with the sheep that they had then and started some cattle. In the early 60s, they dispersed their Hereford cattle that they had for Angus cattle, because looking across the fence at Harry Ross's Ross Ranch Angus cattle, they were doing better on the range than the Herefords were, requiring less feed, staying in better shape, being thriftier, and just being a better breed of cattle. From that time, Dad bought a group of cattle from Uncle Harry and started Big Dry Angus Ranch. We've grown now up to well over 220, 230 head of cows, a group of yearling heifers, and we're looking to expand a little bit beyond what we're at.
For every cow you have on the place, you can run a sheep at no cost. They will clean up enough stuff, eat other things to where there is no expense with them. We've overdone that. We now have about 1,300 sheep going into the winter most years. And so our animal units are about 60-40 cattle. And in the summer, they run in the same pastures, and does not seem to be any problems whatsoever.
I got my first cow about 1967, and I guess had Angus fever ever since. I've really enjoyed the cattle, kind of grown my herd along with the ranch's herd. They're somewhat intermingled and interdispersed, but had Angus ever since that very first cow.